Welcome to the AEW Dynamite post show. It's your boy ABE from DET.
I'm that ball bro for the NYC.
You see the graphic at the bottom. No further ado, let's jump right into it. Will Ospreay versus Ball Bro, his homie, Vanilla Baby. They got down to open the show. Incredible match. Will Ospreay, of course, gets the win, coming back on fire. Afterwards, he thought he could get over on the Death Riders, but he forgot the same lesson he learned when he got injured. They got numbers. You need help, brother. They had too many. They kicked his ass. He tried to chase him out, but it was a little too late. Ball Bro, how'd you like the start of Dynamite with Ospreay and Vanilla Baby?
I mean, there was no other way to start this Dynamite. Once we saw this match announcement, and like I said, there's no slow rolling like Will Ospreay, man. He is, like he said, I think he went to Tony and said, "Put me in the game, coach. I'm ready to go right now." And he didn't Tony didn't put him against no slouch, man. He put him against Vanilla Baby. He put him against that Blake Christian, man, man, listen, like I said, I love Blake Christian. I love everything he does. His offense is like so like innovative. It's so like just effortless. He makes it look so easy, but I mean, I knew it was going to get a little ugly towards the end. He ate some of the nastiest hidden blades we've seen. And you know what? It was a little struggle for Ospreay. You know, they're going to be targeting his neck for the time being. You know, I mean, he's only, 200 days removed from spinal fusion surgery. And to be back so soon, like
miracle.
This guy, like I said, he's Weapon X. He's Weapon Bruv. I mean, he came out of that healing chamber. Like I said, he hit the ground running tonight. I mean, he picked up a big victory. He has his eyes set on Moxley, but like you said, man, the Death Riders, they got the numbers advantage right now. So I think it might be a situation where he's going to have to take them out one by one. And it looks like the first roadblock in his way is going to be Pac, man. It's like, God damn, Will Ospreay versus Pac. I don't care when it is. Sign me up. But man, when we get to that finish line of Will Ospreay versus Jon Moxley, man, it's going to be a clash of the Titans, man. One to remember.
Definitely. Where we at this here? Next up, we got the tag team match, Death Riders versus the Bang Bang Gang. I can't wait for the day where Juice Robinson, the Bang Bang Gang, the Guns, they get their due, because they just keep getting injury bugs, have to rotate the roster. This guy come in, this go out, can't get a storyline going. But I said that to say today was not their day, as Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, they get the win here, looking strong as Death Riders do on Dynamite. Ball Bro, how'd you feel about this one?
Solid tag team match, man. Like you said, I hope one day the Bang Bang Gang do get their get that huge payoff. Hopefully they're down a couple guys right now. They're down Colton Gunn right now. They're down Jay White keeps teasing us on Twitter, like, are we ready? Dude, we've been ready. We're waiting for you, dog, waiting for you to come back and lead this Bang Bang Gang to some relevancy, some wins, but we'll see what happens. But first, I gotta talk about Juice Robinson. Apparently, this dude was out here wearing velvet trunks out here, man. Yeah. Shout out to my co-host Lucy for Group Chat Wrestling Podcast, who of course she pointed that out to me. I'm like, yeah, of course he's wearing velvet trunks. It is Juice, man.
It's Juice. Why would
you're wild, man? Somebody said like that's probably Tony Storm's trunks, and he just borrowed them for her for the night. But it wouldn't surprise me one bit. I mean, great showing from Juice and from Ace Austin. I mean, more Ace Austin on the TV is always a plus. But listen, the Death Riders, they're a well-oiled machine right now. Listen, man, they're clicking on all cylinders right now. Mox retained his title, and Yuta, I think he's channeling his inner bald man powers, man. He looks like he's leveled up big time right there. So, good on him, and Moxley picking up the victory. But man, like I said, Ospreay coming back, and he's gonna go through hell and high waters to get his hands on Mox. Like I said, he's gonna go through one by one. So he's gonna lay a path of destruction until he finally gets his hands on Moxley.
Definitely. For those who talk about AEW not telling stories, you need to go to hell. That is what they've been doing if you've been paying attention with Darby Allin, Gabe Kidd for weeks now. Leading up to this coffin match, which was absolutely incredible, telling stories. Now, this might not be the main story for Darby Allin. This is what you call in the video game world a side quest, but it was still incredible. Coffin match. They fought outside. It was crazy. I'm like, that doesn't look like the arena, but whatever. Here we are, the magic of TV. They're there. We're here. We're enjoying it. Great match. But Darby Allin had to get the win. Gabe Kidd on fire. Don't know what his contract situation is or if he's just paying dues. He'll have his day. But Darby Allin's on fire right now. He will be world champion sooner than later. But, bro, the coffin match, how'd you feel about it?
I mean, like you said, they started, I don't know, it was a parking lot, it was a back alley, whatever, man. Like, it was some barren area. And, I gotta be honest, like that spot where you put Gabe Kidd in the trunk and then like he just drove into that garbage and flipped the car over. That's like a skit. For Darby Allin,
And
like
then the trunk open.
Yeah, the trunk open and whatnot. Yo, that shit popped me. I laughed my ass off at that. But even before that, I was like, this is like a 6 out of 10 for Darby. This ain't that great. But not what Gabe Kidd popped out of the trunk. Like, I laughed my ass off. That shit was hilarious. But I mean, like you said, they went back into the arena, like Darby trying to put the straight jacket on Gabe Kidd, which I think fits him perfectly. But I mean, it was down and dirty. It was like just a lot of forehead biting, nose biting, like just suplexes, like wrapped up in a straight jacket. I mean, just some deadly coffin drops by Darby while he was tied to this said straight jacket, picks up the victory. I mean, this match is his bread and butter. Gabe Kidd hopefully gets his something good down the line. But like I said, Darby and this long laundry list of guys gunning for MJF's title, Darby just threw his hat into the mix. And we'll see how long, if or when he does wear championship gold. We shall see. But I mean, it's gonna be a long time coming. And I don't know, the odds are stacked up against Darby, but if anyone can overcome those odds, it's Darby Allin.
Definitely. Man, oh man. When you talk about this man's name, it never made more sense than it did tonight, and that's Swerve, because we got one. Not only is Kenny Omega gonna get his wish and he's gonna get a shot at Swerve's #1 contendership, Swerve said, you know what I want? I want your power. I want to be EVP of AEW. And guess what? Tony Khan was in the back. He heard it. I guess Kenny agreed, and it's official. Winner takes all. Crazy. Swerve may be in charge of AEW sometime soon. Bro, please talk about it.
I mean, not that they're just fighting for all the marbles, like not just for the #1 contendership, not just for the EVP status up in the air as well. They're not waiting for Dynasty. They're not waiting for pay-per-view. We're getting this shit next week on Dynamite. You want to talk about a fan base that is beyond spoiled? That is us sickos right here. That is us AEW fans right here. I'm thinking, that's going to be like a semi-main event for Dynasty for the pay-per-view on April 12th. No! We're getting that shit next week on free Wednesday night television. And shut the hell up. I'm saying that right now, for I know there are going to be some podcasters or IWC content creators who are going to be somehow bitch and moan at the fact that we're getting the rematch on free television and don't have to pay $40-$50 for the pay-per-view. Like I said, we are beyond spoiled. I mean, we have gotten pay-per-view match after pay-per-view match after pay-per-view match every Wednesday night so far in 2026. I mean, this is just Tony just flexing this ridiculous roster that he has, man, that he could, like I said, he could just pull any name out of his pocket, and it's like I said, it could be a main event match on any pay-per-view any time of the year. Swerve Omega 2 next Wednesday night for all the marbles. This could be Kenny Omega's last chance to get a world title opportunity. I mean, the clock is ticking. I mean, so I feel, even though they both have things on the line, I feel the pressure is more on Omega, because Swerve has plenty of years ahead of him. He has good health, so I think he'll be good the next 5-10 years. It's Omega. You never know. I mean, time, like I said, time, his hourglass, like the sand is, ticking away like faster than normal. So the pressure's on Omega to get it done next week.
Definitely is, definitely. And you were talking about riches of roster. Next up, this match didn't even have to happen. You had so many heavyweights on the show, but Mike Bailey Davis, man, this was an incredible hard-hitting match. Davis never ceases to amaze me. It just shows you it's always that mid-card person to where you look at him and be like, man, AEW just so full. There's no room for you at the top. But one day, and both of these guys are in that bracket. Incredible match. Of course, 1/3 of the trios. Bailey gets the win. Bro, how'd you feel about this one?
I mean, very good match, but just real quick, I want to touch on Mark Davis. Like you said, we always talk about how stacked this roster is from top to bottom. And, like in Mark Davis's position, like, he was initially in a tag team with Jake Doyle. Unfortunately, he got injured. So, you know what Davis said? I mean, he got his opportunities, and basically with his in-ring performances, he told Tony Khan, he told the entire AEW staff, like, I'm going to make myself undeniable to the point you can't take me off of TV. You cannot not have me on the card. Like, I'm going to make myself be an integral part of this roster, that whether it's singles, tags, or trios, I need to be on the card. I need to be a main figure. And that's what he's been like for the majority of 2026. And, good on Mark Davis. I mean, who's had just bad luck with injuries in the past. I mean, I'm sure it could have been like a iffy situation seeing his former tag team partner, Kyle Fletcher, like elevate to damn near main event status, while unfortunately, injury bugs and other circumstances got in the way. But you know what? I think he's exactly where he wants to be right now. He's in a great position going forward, to the point, like I said, he's made himself undeniable that he's going to be a main focus in television and pay-per-views going forward. But I mean, great match between Bailey and Davis. I mean, it was hard hitting, and Bailey just finding an extra gear to overcome the obvious power advantage from Davis to pick up the victory. I'm curious to see, like, if he strings another couple of singles victories. I mean, I think he might be in line for a rematch with Kyle Fletcher. We got 1-1 right now, so I mean,
Definitely.
I wouldn't mind Fletcher Bailey 3 down the line for the TNT title. Raise the stakes up a little bit. But yeah, great match, great showing for both guys.
Absolutely incredible. Next up, I remember beginning of the show, it was supposed to be Tony Storm, but I guess she got attacked. Then we get Mina Shirakawa versus the incredible Marina Shafir, who is on fire right now. And unfortunately, she took the loss. Mina got the victory. Did not like this on my behalf whatsoever. Did not understand it. But bro, how'd you feel about this match?
Yeah, no, I was generally shocked that Mina did pick up the victory because, I mean, plain and simple, Mina loses a lot. She loses a
Right.
lot of matches. She had zero momentum. She was a last second fill-in because somebody attacked Tony Storm before the show even started. And I want to touch on that real quick. Like, I know majority of us in the IWC right now, we see the events that before the show, and we immediately thinking it was Ronda. It was probably Ronda to finish off the job that she was trying to start on Revolution this past Sunday. But I'm like, listen, brother, I don't know about you. I watch a lot of CSI in my years, and what do they always say? First witness, first suspect. Now, the two witnesses, Luther, I don't think our bald brother would do that. He's
Not at all.
He's so loyal to Tony, like he would never put her in any harm, not whatsoever. But a clingy, obsessive lover like Mina Shirakawa, I can't put the pieces together right now. Like, put the detective from Dexter like in post right here, like sitting in the car, the cameras. I can't put the pieces together, but it's like, I don't know, man. It's like
a turn.
I gotta let this cook. I gotta let this simmer.
Let it cook. Let's not be those guys on the IWC.
I feel like Ronda would be too obvious because, especially with Marina and Ronda, if they were involved, they would be bragging about it on TV, on socials, and all this stuff right here. It wouldn't be no secret. They wouldn't try to keep it under wraps. I mean, we saw Ronda and Tony come face to face at Revolution. We know they're in the crosshairs. We know there's a potential clash down the line. Watch out for Mina. I don't know. Like I said, just crazy, psychotic, lovers quarrel. Okay. Just like
you might be on to something there. You might be on to something.
I mean, I could look like a fool or a genius. Seeing how this ends, we shall see.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Next up, talking about a psychotic, MJF gives one. Oh, that's not MJF. What the hell am I doing? But anyway. We'll start talking about it. Where is he at? MJF. Gotta have MJF up on the screen, man. Absolutely incredible showing by MJF. Killed it in this promo, sitting down, leaking after Revolution, saying basically the same thing he's been saying. He is him. He is the GOAT. He is, what do you call himself? Big
He's big
Ramadan.
Hebrew, man.
Big Hebrew. I said big Ramadan. Big Hebrew. Big Hebrew, Maxwell, Jacob Friedman, MJF, classic promo. How'd you like this one, Bob, bro?
I mean, he just puts on display like what a top guy should look like and sound like for any major wrestling promotion in the world. I mean, and he is it. And mind you, this past Sunday was his 30th birthday. He's only 30. And you can make an argument he hasn't even entered his prime yet. He hasn't even reached his peak yet as a professional wrestler. I mean, that's down the line. Like that's to come down the line, like where we actually see the best. I mean, that's a scary thought right there. But I mean, listen, he's on an all-time high because he beat Hangman. Hangman can never challenge for the world heavyweight title again. I mean, so like I said, they have thrown the gauntlet at MJF, you know, dating back from winning the title back in World's End. And like I said, they keep lining him up. He keeps knocking them down one by one. He is everything that he says he is. He is that good. So he has all the right in the world to walk his shit, to talk his shit, because he backs it up when that bell rings and you see him having that triple B around his waist, like you said, leaking from his forehead. I mean, with the Terry Funk trunks on and all that stuff. I mean, he is that good. He is better than you, and everyone should know it by now. And like I say, it's a scary thought to think at the age of 30 we probably haven't even seen the best of MJF. He is always evolving. He's always getting better. He's a true student of the game. And what can we expect from him going forward? I have no idea, but it's MJF, so it's only greatness that will follow Big Hebrew going down the line.
Big Hebrew, give me the t-shirt now, AEW shop.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Before we move on, we talk about giving us merch. Like we got to go back to Revolution and even Mark Davis's entrance. You see, they got these freaking Varsity Letterman jackets now. The Don Callis family.
Yeah.
Remember Fletcher, Okada Davis came out. Where the hell are? Listen, man, if they put those jackets up on AEW on shopaew.com, like instant sellout. Like I'm ordering mine. Like that's God damn, man. Tony, you don't like making money? Just come on. It's the easiest layup right there.
Easy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Takes us to the main event of the evening. You know, it's AEW specialty, a 6-man tag. Perry, Matt, Nick defeat Rocky, Trent, and Okada. Incredible action. Something happened after. We'll get to that. But first off, let's just talk about this match in general. How'd you like that, Bob, bro?
I mean, look, when you get the trio of Jack Perry and the Young Bucks together, you know you're going to get magic in that ring, you know, from bell to bell. These guys are a perfect trio. They're a perfect unit. I mean, they're going up against formidable foes in Okada and Roppongi Vice. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're great in their own regards. But like I said, it's the Bucks and Jack Perry. They're on a whole different level. So not surprised that they picked up the victory right there. I mean, and listen, first off, I love the fact that Jack Perry and Luchasaurus, they're driving around in the Jurassic Express bus all around the country from town to town right now. I need that bus in New York City when they come here for Double or Nothing. I need that bus in my sight, in my vicinity. I can't wait for that. But yeah, no, it was a great match going, you know, back and forth. A great way to wake up. And I'm sorry, mostly dead Fresno crowd. I don't know what the hell
it was
up with the crowd tonight, but you know, they woke them up at the end. It's the Bucks, it's Jack Perry, it's Okada. You know, they're superstars, so they'll get the crowd going with some great action. And you know, they pick up the 1, 2, 3. And like you said, that was just the appetizer. But what happened afterwards?
Go ahead and talk about it.
So afterwards, the Young Bucks, they cut a promo. You know, they're a little bit disappointed after their loss to FTR Revolution. They had their kids come out for the entrance. They had their family sitting ringside, and you know what? Their dad tried to give them a nice pep talk, like, you are that good. You are one of the best tag teams of all time. So they're trying to build themselves back up, trying to get back on that horse. And out comes Cope and Cage. First off, it's official. Cope and Cage versus FTR for the tag team championships at Dynasty. Revenge on the mind for Cope and Cage. We'll see how that plays out. I mean, little dust up between all three teams, but at the end, like the picture shows below us, like Bucks still have championship goal in their mind, and it's like there's a breaking point right there. There's a tension right there because, like Christian Cage said, like they're out to not just prove that they're the best tag team of all time. They're the best tag team of this generation. That lit up the Young Bucks' eyes. Like, excuse me, like. So that clash will come down the road. I mean, you got so many big shows. We got Dynasty next month. We got Double or Nothing in a couple months. All in Wembley just went on sale this week. I mean, I could picture this a 3-way TLC match between those three teams in Wembley Stadium. I mean, oh God, that's generational stuff right there. But I mean, listen, whether it's AEW or any wrestling promotion, wrestling is at its best when tag team wrestling is great, when it's at the forefront right here. And you ended your show with just the potential of all these matches and combination of matches and feuds going forward. I mean, Bucks, FTR, Cope and Cage, all legendary in their own rights. And man, just it's going to be some amazing action, amazing cinema for the next 4 to 5 months.
Scale of 1 to 10, what you giving AEW Dynamite tonight?
I got to be honest, man. You could call it fair or not. I mean, I said it here. I said it on Twitter. This crowd sucked tonight. I mean, I don't know. And I can understand, the action was good. The action was pretty good tonight, but I can understand coming off a insane high from Revolution. It's okay to experience a little dip, a little fall off, not a crazy fall, but just a little bit come down to earth moment today. It's okay. Get your legs back under you for next week for a better show. I'm going to be very conservative. I'm going to give it a 7.58 tonight. Like I said, it was good tonight. I think it was more about advancing potential storylines down the line, a little bit light on the action tonight, but I think that was, a little bit of intentional right there. And it's a good ending segment. I think tonight set up the building blocks for potential feuds and storylines going forward in the next few weeks and months. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 8. Gotta call it like I see it.
I'm not mad at it all. I'm a little bit higher. I'm at about an 8.2 just because of Swerve's promo. That was one of his best, and I just love the writing direction of putting that EVP little sprinkle into the match. Incredible. So that right there bumped it up for me. But great show. Before we get out of here, man, talk about group chat, man. What's going on, brother?
Yes, Group Chat Wrestling Podcast. Follow us on Twitter, GW Podcast UK. And real quick, it was official this morning. We just passed 500 subscribers on YouTube. We want to thank all of our fans and listeners out there for all your support. Thank you. Yes, we want to thank you for your continued support. 86 plus episodes in the books right now. A few more months, we will hit 100. I mean, one episode at a time. Can't wait to reach that milestone. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok as well for clips from all the episodes. And once again, we thank you all 500 subscribers for supporting us this past couple of years, and we appreciate your continued support down the line.
Definitely. And make sure to tune in to myself, Chuck Jordan, and Meeks Mayhem. People want us to talk about things other than sports, like politics, religion, things in the news. That's the place to find it on Triangle Offense. Myself, Chuck Jordan, Meeks Mayhem, every other. It's a bi-weekly show. My bad. But catch us, turn on notifications for all of that. And honestly, on behalf of myself, Bob Bro, Rose, Minx Mayhem, Chuck Jordan, Ryan T, and Coach DTM, from the bottom of my heart, we want to thank you guys for 4,000 followers over on YouTube. We appreciate it. We was all gonna get together. We did one on 2K, but 4K just crept up on us. So please, from the bottom of our heart, we want to say thank you. 5K on the way. That rhyme. 5K on the way. 5K on the way. Hey. All right. Anyway, but we out of here. Next time you will see us will definitely be Friday SmackDown. Myself, Minx Mayhem, and whoever else joins us right here on the Holy Shhh Podcast. But till then, it's your boy ABE from DET.
I'm that ball bro for the NYC.
You guys been tuned in to the AEW Dynamite post show with the Holy Shhh Podcast. Peace.